JAK in the Box.
Welcome to another edition of JAK in the Box. I'm Jack. This is DB. This is where we go through these old storage boxes of vintage action figure. These boxes have been in storage for quite a while. In fact, we found these smaller boxes in one of these bigger boxes and from one of our earlier episodes. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can catch up on all of the earlier episodes. But now we're at this box. Time to find out what's in the box. I've got my little trusty tool here to cut this old tape off. I'm gonna just cut this here and cut this over on this side as well. See if I can get through this tape. It's a couple layers thick. There we go. Nice and easy. Gonna open up this box, find out what's inside, pull out this first, this isn't even action figures in here. What is this? Something right in the middle here. I'm gonna give this over to DB, let him unwrap it. What's in this box?
What's in this paper? Let's see.
All right, wow, look at that, Tauntaun.
Got some sort of button on the back. I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe you open them up and slice them open for warmth or something.
Right, exactly. So this is one of those original Tauntauns from like 1980, 1981. Interesting, I haven't seen this guy in forever. In fact, I didn't even remember that I had this guy. Really interesting character or creature to come first out of the box.
Yeah, very interesting.
I haven't seen this thing in at least 25 years, I would say. I had no idea that this still existed.
What's this for? In the
so
back?
This is to put like Han Solo in here.
Oh,
this is like where they kind of sit. They kind of just stand in there. They don't sit. But yeah, let's just put them in. There was another version that had an open belly, call it. And you could put Luke in there or whoever you wanted to put in there. I never got one of the open bellies. That was like the second wave Tauntaun. Once I got the first wave, I was like, one Tauntaun's probably enough.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's a Tauntaun right there.
That is a Tauntaun right there. That is really awesome.
This is such an interesting box because I thought it was going to be a bunch of action figures from, the Star Wars figure accessory here, assortment, but it's not. It's a bunch of old wrap. Oh my goodness, I know exactly what this is. Let me pop this one over to DB, get my recollection corrected. Look at this guy. So, do you recognize him?
Well, it looks like Luke, kind of. In his sort of, I don't even know.
It does look a lot like Luke, but it's not Luke. It's just one of the rebel soldiers from the Hoth system.
Okay.
I think I did use him as Luke at one point. They came out with a Luke eventually, but at first I just was like, okay, well, I'll just use him as Luke Skywalker. But this is actually just one of the rebel soldiers. But I'm looking in here, and I kind of remember what's going on here, DB. Okay, so when I was in college, I'll try to explain this as quickly as I can. When I was in college, I lived in an apartment with another couple, and I rented the one room, and they rented the other room. We kind of shared the apartment. About 2 years after I was in college, a friend of mine named DC came down to San Diego to go to college as well. He and I think his sister and another friend, they ended up getting a house that they rented. Okay. It took me about 2 or 3 weeks. DC and I, we hung out a little bit, and I eventually went to his house, and it was an amazing, amazing house. I was driving up this hill up to the top of this canyon. You go into this house. It was kind of a custom house from like the 1970s. There was these huge windows over the top of the canyon. You could see downtown San Diego. In each corner of where those windows were, they had built like these little like shelving or something. It looked like they used to put plants or something on. But DC being a college student, he doesn't want to take care of any plants. He just kind of just left it blank. So I saw this house and I was like, I'd rather move in here. There was an extra bedroom than live in my apartment. I called him that night and I ended up moving into that house. My contribution was to have those little 6 shelves. I kind of took my Star Wars figures and we made little like dioramas at each of those little shelves. Cool. It was almost like, the Stations of the Cross. You would have like the first one and you go to the second one. This is one of the Stations of the Cross right here. I'm going to just pull these out because I do understand what's going on here. Here, help me unwrap these. Okay. And we'll just set up the diorama.
We got a couple more rebel soldiers in here.
A couple more rebel soldiers, absolutely. So, we don't need the Lamb Cam box anymore. I'm going to move this away, and we'll kind of do it the way that I had it set up down in San Diego. So there was this one character here, and we put her in the middle. And then we had these guys all kind of going around them, around her. Let me see if I can get this up pretty quickly here. This is really, really cool. To see this again, I had forgotten all about this. All right, here's a couple more, DB.
Wow.
Help me out.
You got an R2 in here.
R2. Got a couple X-Wing pilots here as well.
Wow.
Very, very interesting. And we kind of made a circle around her. And now when you see this kind of scene in this circle, does this remind you of anything from the Star Wars universe?
Well, yeah, it definitely looks like Hoth, where she's like trying to, see if they can go find Luke,
It's actually a little bit past that. They had actually found Luke and the AT-AT walkers were coming.
Okay.
And there's a scene where all of them are around her and she's kind of barking orders at them.
Okay.
And that's a representation of this scene right here.
When you've gotten past the energy shield, proceed directly to the rendezvous point. Understood? Yeah. Good luck.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's exactly what that is. So you've got 2 X-Wing pilots here. You've got some of these Hoth troopers. You've got a Hoth commander here. You've got R2-D2, and this is the R2-D2 from Empire Strikes Back with the pop-up radar, so that way he can find Luke. You've got the Tauntaun here. I don't think the Tauntaun was actually in the scene, but they just kind of recreated her own scene. So the Tauntaun's kind of hanging out here. You've got Hoth Leia right in the middle. This is so, so awesome to be able to find these dioramas. And I have a feeling what's going on is those other boxes that we found in that big box, that's going to be all 6 of those Station of the Crosses
I'm
right there.
excited to find out.
That is awesome. You're going to have to go ahead and subscribe because I know what's coming. I can't remember exactly what they all are, but these are really, really cool representations of different scenes throughout the first 3 movies of the Star Wars films, the Star Wars saga.
Nice.
Please go ahead and subscribe. You're going to have to tune in, see all the different episodes that are coming soon. This is just really, really amazing. I want to give a big shout out to the Waxed out there, big supporter of our show. Anything to say about this?
No, this is just really cool. I'm excited to see the other scenes of what you built.
I mean, isn't just this fun to kind of see all of this
really
and
cool.
everything that's going on
have
here?
them be the original action figures. I mean, it's just really awesome.
Really, really cool. We have the weapons as well.
Yeah.
I think I even saw the Princess Leia weapon in one of these bags here. Gonna have to be careful with that because I know that one's very hard, really easy to lose. I think I've lost it already. Here it is. Okay, good. So the Princess Leia weapon, we found that one again. Just an amazing representation of Star Wars. So happy to be able to share these with you.
Yeah.
Share them all out there with you as well. I'm Jack. This is DB.
And we did it.
JAK in the box.
Be sure to subscribe and binge watch all of our episodes. Thanks for tuning in to JAK in the Box.